Miss taking a huge win over Texas Tech in the Cotton Bowl, 47-34. In Dallas with the Rebels, Travis Raychek, Fox 40 Sports. The first ever 6A championship game was played tonight. We had a lot of talent on the field. We had a lot of snow on the field, an absolutely wild one. And he is ready to make a decision. In the studio with us, we want to bring in Ulysses Nobles. It is decision day for you. For 3 straight years, the Saints came to Jackson and held training camp at Millsaps College. This year, they stayed in New Orleans, and they're going to the Super Bowl. We want to start by asking you about the last image a lot of people around the country saw is the broken leg in the bowl game. Southern Miss knew their season would end at some point here in Omaha. They were just hoping it wouldn't be so quickly. SEC Media Days coming to a close, and the last team to talk, the Ole Miss Rebels. All right, after talking with Dominique, I couldn't get it out of my head. He reminded me of somebody, and you may think I'm crazy, but just take a look at this. Tell me, you see it? Huh? No? Come on, what about this picture? No? What about this one? All right, that has nothing to do with anything. Since Saturday, we've heard from so many people that were impacted by McNair's life, and today I got the chance to take a trip down to Alcorn State, a place that will always be gladly associated with Steve McNair.
He forever changed us in that regard, just in terms of pure name recognition for the school. From the retired game-worn number 9 jersey to the trophies he helped win here, Steve McNair left a lasting impact all over Alcorn State University.
This man single-handedly put Alcorn on the map.
You can't mention Alcorn State without mentioning Steve McNair.
You know, around here, if your name's on the building, you was a bad joker. And, you know, but they took it a step further. He has a street, so.
Steve McNair does have a street on campus named after him. In fact, the street sign has gone missing since his death. The man they called Air set NCAA passing records while leading the Braves to their most recent SWAC titles.
They called it the Jack Spink Jinx or whatever, but it was just something about Steve, you know, he just didn't, you know, he wouldn't let us lose, you know.
And McNair's legacy won't ever let the school be forgotten.
I got a lot of Alcorn stuff that I wear a lot at work, and that's the first thing they ask. Did you know Steve McNair? Or did you play with Steve McNair? Especially when they find out that I play football. And when I tell them, yeah, I played with him, they light up, because they want to know how was he and what did he do.
McNair to throw again. Touchdown, Alcorn State.
Steve scored, made just an unbelievable run. I think it was Southern University, and for whatever reason when he scored, and I was there at the mic, and all of a sudden I just said, you saw it. Nothing else to say, just say you saw it.
Those guys did see some amazing things in Steve's time at Alcorn. Soccer fever has swept the country with the World Cup over the past few weeks, but followers of the sport around here have known for years about the name Rachel Given. She's a local legend who dominated the high school scene, now embarking on the close of her college career. Rachel Given's soccer scrapbook is pretty full. The most accomplished women's player from Mississippi has 5 high school state championships to her name, to go with 2 college national titles. Given found her way onto the soccer fields at age 7, playing in the rec leagues, then on select teams, and onto the Ridgeland varsity squad as just an 8th grader. But the realization of her potential came a little later in high school.
I made the U16 national team, and I think that's when it got really serious, and that's when I realized that this is what I really want to do, and I wanted to try to pursue my talent in soccer. Almost every college in the country came calling for the 3-time Gatorade Player of the Year, including perennial power North Carolina. It's just a dream to play there. All the young girls want to play there, and I did when I was younger, but when I actually got the decision and I had to choose if I was going there, it made it tough. Tough, but a decision that paid off for this former forward turned defender. With national titles in back-to-back seasons, Given is looking to go out on top in her final year. Every game I play, I'm going to realize that this will be the last time I play this team, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to leave everything on the field, you know, it being my senior year, and I'm sure at the end of it I won't want it to be over. We pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. Rachel does have a chance to get drafted by a pro soccer team.
members of the Ole Miss football team reported to campus this morning. Houston Nutt welcoming a lot of young guys and one veteran. That's Jeremiah Masoli, of course, the college graduate who is enrolled in grad school in Oxford. He's going to walk onto the football team, and you can bet Masoli will be closely watched by fans on the field this year and, of course, by Coach Nutt off of it.
Got Jeremiah here, looking him in the eye, and he understood. I'll have a contract with him, and he understands that it will be zero tolerance, and he has to do what's right.
Nutt is taking a lot of criticism for allowing Masoli onto his team, even being called a dirty coach in a Sports Illustrated article earlier this week.
You can always argue both ways. I understand that, but again, I got to be oblivious to that. It's focused. It's about our team and our players, and sometimes, you know, it doesn't always feel good. It's not a feel-good decision.
Now, a few freshmen are still awaiting academic clearance to report. One of those is Madison Central defensive lineman Brian Bennett, and it seems like the whole Ole Miss program has developed a pipeline down to Madison Central. The Rebels baseball team landing a commitment from Jaguar pitcher Josh Laxer. The hard-throwing righty went 6-1 last year as a junior with an ERA under 2. He helped MC get to the 6A finals. Laxer turning down both Southern Miss and Mississippi State to be a Rebel.
Ole Miss is the first school that actually showed interest in me, and they remained showing interest in me, very strong interest. I kind of wanted to be on a team where the team wanted me as much as I wanted to be on that team, and Ole Miss definitely divided themselves out about that.
The high school football tour makes a trip down to Smith County to talk with a pair of senior stars ready to take their teams to the top.
You know, Bassfield beat us, and we motivate on that every day.
2 straight years, 2 straight heartbreaking playoff losses at home for Taylorsville. It has them motivated for redemption and reaching that ultimate goal.
Playing at Jacktown, playing at Jackson, it's a dream. We're going to get there. We're going to fight for it.
Just down the road in Raleigh, this is supposed to be their year.
Play as a team, win as a team, hopefully we can go to Jackson.
With big boy talent like Ole Miss commits Dante Moncrief and Woodrow Hamilton, the Lions have to temper the hype with humility.
Don't get the big head because everybody to be trying to tell us how good we're supposed to be, but we ain't gonna listen to that. We just gonna play ball, stay together, and give everything we got.
Raleigh and Taylorsville are going to meet in that huge rivalry game September 10th in Taylorsville. Well, tomorrow night, the NFL's greatest receiver takes his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Jerry Rice highlights a class with all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith and Saints great Ricky Jackson.
Got those butterflies in my stomach, so I'm excited about tomorrow where I get the opportunity to say thank you to a lot of fans.
And those who can't make it to Canton, Ohio to see the former Valley star be honored, you can watch on the NFL Network or ESPN. That's Saturday night, 6 o'clock. Jackson State opens fall camp today, and JSU officials confirm running back Darius Bolia, the Wingfield product, not on the team right now. Your preseason coaches poll released. Alabama, defending champs, are #1, and the Braves up on the Bay Bears 6-0 in that series finale.